What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Lagged Out episode 70 podcast. I think Joe's went insane. Today we are talking.
Welcome back to Lagged Out episode 70 podcast.
There it is. Yep, I got it right.
That's what you said.
I know I did. It's okay though. Everyone still loves me. But welcome back. Today we are talking about the Unreal Engine 94, and we're talking
Unreal Engine 4+1.
4+1, which is 5. That's how Kingdom Hearts would name it. And then
True. It is.
Avatar Way of the H2O, which I did see the trailer of actually last night in Doctor Strange. We're talking about that a little bit, and then a few other gaming things related to the delays of Starfield. But Joe, what's up? How you doing?
I got a haircut.
I see that.
Or as my friend Derek would say, you got all of them cut.
Yeah, that's what my dad would say.
Yeah, I can smack my forehead now.
Nice,
which is
nice.
Great because I couldn't do that before. By the way, I don't know if it's just because like hair loss or something, but like I feel like before I couldn't fit all 4 fingers on my forehead, and now I can. I don't know.
Receding hairline, man.
But
receding hairline, it's happening.
Well, it's called mature. Okay, it's not receding. It's maturing.
Oh my gosh.
That's what that's what internet articles will call it.
Maturing,
to make you feel better about it. Oh yeah. By the way, this water right here, that's yours from when you were over here.
Okay, thank you for keeping it for me. I'll have it when I come back then.
That's where I kept your change too. So
funny. I'll make sure to drink it when I come over.
Yeah, just a little, I guess, minor tangent. When Adam came over like a month or so ago to do our first like live skit of Elden Ring questing versus MMO questing, we went out to dinner and ordered stuff or whatever, and he got, he paid with like cash or something, and he got change, and he put his change on the table, like right where that water bottle is. And so, we did our stuff, and then he left, and he forgot his change. So then, like 3 weeks later, he comes back over, and I'm like, oh yeah, I greeted him at like the door or whatever, and like held out my hand like this, and he thought it was a fist bump, and I wanted him to like hold out his hand like this, like drop the change in his hand.
That was funny.
Like, what is this? But yeah,
that was funny. Well, so do you want to start off by talking a little bit about what you think?
So this episode's general theme is basically how advanced or how far digital graphics, CGI, whatever you want to call it, have come. Because, back in the day of, really bad polygons, right? Freaking Lara Croft, like,
Kingdom Hearts.
No, Kingdom Hearts is pretty good graphics. Although they did have square fingers, which I always thought was a little weird. At least in the original. But we've gone from like triangle chest freaking Lara Croft and Tomb Raider to now like Unreal Engine 5, where you've seen the freaking trailer for like, or not even trailer, I guess, but like the demo of like the train station. It's like, if you didn't read the title, if you just saw the clip with no context, you'd be like, oh, why is there just some random clip of like a train station? Like, what is this? Mm-hmm. That's how legit it looks. It looks so realistic. And hopefully my parents aren't listening, because I just want to like show it to them afterwards and see what they think of it. Mm-hmm. And if they can tell if it's like fake or not.
Well, they haven't seen it?
No, I'm... Why would they be?
I don't know, because it was like circulating around the internet like a lot. Like it got a lot of views.
I mean, I don't know.
So I wasn't sure if maybe they had seen it. Your mom seems like hip with the world, so I feel like she might have seen it on Twitter.
She wants to be hip with the world. Let's be
real. Gosh.
But she's not. She tries though. And that's all that matters, I guess. Yeah. So like stuff like that. Like that's how we've come that far. And then there's Avatar 2 or Avatar Way of the Water, whatever.
It's a weird name.
I don't know. First off, I don't know how they're making a sequel. We'll see how that goes. Whatever. But like some of the shots in that are like, bro, is that real water? Like, is that like a real hand? But it's like the Avatar, like I don't remember what they're called, the cat people. But it's like there's a shot of like the dude like tightening his harness on like the dinosaur thing he's riding, and there's like water and stuff, and like the whole shot looks like it's just someone's hand painted blue with like in a pool or something. Like that's how realistic it looks. But like I'm pretty sure it's all CG, and it's like that's insane. So just wanted to like, that's like the overall theme for the episode, I guess. So I just wanted to like, I guess we'll start off by saying like, what do you think of the whole, what do you think of, I guess, like the future of gaming with this new technology that's starting to become like available and stuff.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty crazy. I did see the video. I'm curious if, because I saw some comments on, would this be able to run like that on like certain systems or consoles or, whatever. But
True.
I think I want to say that the Ashes of Creation MMO is supposed to be on that engine. I thought, or maybe the one before that, because it was either that, and then there was another one that was supposed to be, I think, on that engine, or the one before it. But I mean, that did look really realistic, because I remember the first big jump in graphics to me that I noticed, I think, when I was a kid, was probably like from PS2 to PS3. Like, I feel like that was probably one of the biggest jumps I remember, and being like, wow, holy crap. But then, when PS4 happened, like, I could see some jumps too. But, and then with PS5, like, I definitely see like differences. It's just crazy though, because like, I play a baseball game sometimes on PS4, which is now technically on PS5. I have it on PS5, and the differences it still just looks like fake. Like it doesn't look real. Like it does, but like it's just like,
it's realistic, but it's not like real.
Right. And like, that's a good like baseline, because that's something in real life. Like, obviously, if I go and play Horizon Forbidden West, like, I want to see what that looks like on 4K, but that's not real. So I don't really have anything to like compare that to. So it's going to be kind of hard. Right. But what would be interesting is, for me, I feel like graphics in gaming have always been missing that I guess, realistic light that you see.
Yeah, it's the lighting for sure.
Yeah, and it's like harsh lights, it's all these different angles, and that video kind of looked like that. So that was kind of crazy, because honestly, I didn't really figure I figured we would go to like virtual reality. I feel like that's where gaming is kind of going, and I was like, that's probably going to be the next like realistic, like most realistic thing. But that engine looked pretty insane. But again, I don't know if how viable that is, or how far in advanced like in development they are. But yeah, that's kind of my initial thoughts.
Yeah, like the so to go back to your thing, Ashes of Creation was originally developed on Unreal Engine 4, but then they migrated to UE5.
Nice,
because it'll be like better in the long run for them. So that's good. But yeah, that demo, like, the lighting is like insane. Like, it all looks good, but it only looks that good because of the lighting.
Right.
And like, the lighting, like in the daytime part, is like really good, but then when it switches to night, it's like, holy crap. Because like the lights, like they have like, like street lights or whatever, but they're not like, it's not just like, oh yeah, like here's like a nice bright area because of a street light. It's like foggy almost, and it's just like, and then they have like a flashlight, and then they hold it up to like the ceiling. You see all these different like pipes and beams and stuff, and you see all these different like shadows being cast at all these different angles. But that blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, that's insane.
Yeah.
So
can you imagine really a Yu-Gi-Oh open world game with that?
Dude, that'd be sick. Freaking Dark Magician and freaking like Unreal Engine 5 4K.
I know,
like,
right?
That'd be crazy. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see like what you brought about Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff. How like, because obviously like the train station, that's a real place where you can go there, or go to a real train station and compare it and stuff. Or like MLB The Show or whatever, the baseball game. Like, you can go see a baseball game and see what it's like. Whereas something like Horizon or like Kingdom Hearts or like, any sort of like non like real like fantasy game, basically, like even like Dark Souls or something, it's like, I'm curious how those type of games where they have these things that don't actually exist in real life, but potentially could, right? Like, we have like robots and we have like metal and computers and stuff. So like Horizon Zero Dawn, like you can kind of do it probably. So I'm curious to see how those types of games going forward with this technology will utilize it, and how realistic they could actually get. But another question I have is, do you think games should shoot for this like extreme realistic look to them. Because like I feel like part of like obviously some games like they have a style, so like obviously not like freaking I don't know, I guess like Kingdom Hearts, like there's a style to it, right? It's anime, it's not supposed to be like realistic,
right?
But you know, something like Call of Duty, or you know, MLB, or like Sekiro, or like Bloodborne, or you know, games where it's like they go for realism, but it obviously doesn't look super realistic just because of, I guess, hardware limitations, or maybe they just don't want to. So do you think, like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think games should strive for that, or maybe just keep it back anyways? Like, I think Call of Duty would be a really interesting one to talk about, just because like it's so violent, you know, and like you're shooting people. It's like, how realistic do you want that to be? And if like 10-year-olds are playing it.
Yeah, no, I mean, so yeah, that's interesting, because for me, I obviously like Kingdom Hearts and stuff, right? Like that is a different style. Borderlands, different style, right? But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's so weird, because when I really cared about graphics, it was when I was a young kid. And when I was a young kid, all I really played was sports games for the most part, in Pokemon. Like I didn't really play much other stuff. I didn't start playing Call of Duty until like 8th grade, and I played like some of the PlayStation games, Ape Escape, like Jak and Daxter. You know, I played some things like that, right? But like really, I didn't start playing like realistic games until like 8th grade, and then, you know, I started playing Skyrim and all that other stuff, right? So it's like, I feel like when I started playing those, it was on the newer systems, PS3, I'm considering that, right? And like I didn't play sports games much, so like graphics just stopped being like a priority, because everything started looking good enough. Like it wasn't like, it didn't really matter. So I would say, because like right now, like graphics again look so similar that it's like, it's not what I buy a game for. It's like, you know, because obviously like Monster Hunter, I love Monster Hunter. The graphics aren't like amazing, but not like they're
rise anyways.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're not amazing, but it's like, that doesn't stop me from playing it. So it's like, games that I think that I would want to see that in would be sports games, because they're so dated. Like sports games are just not caught up with the times, just because like they just haven't. Like sports games would be sick. I think Call of Duty would be good. I also think that games like Skyrim would be really awesome, like because that would be really sick. And then games like, I don't know, like I feel like playing games like if they made an open world Yu-Gi-Oh game, that would be really sick. Like, you know,
but would you want that to be realistic?
Yeah, I think. Well, okay. Yeah, I guess that's
because like Yu-Gi-Oh is very stylized.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Now I think of it. Yeah, I guess not in a way then, but yeah, for me, I think it would be sports games and shooters like Call of Duty, like Skyrim, Starfield would be really cool, because like you're in space. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, so that's like a really interesting question, but what do you think? Like, what would you want?
I think it probably depends on the game. So like, I'm like, so Call of Duty is like a really interesting one. 'Cause like, yeah, like I feel like before, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like before you could, in like some of the earlier games, if like you stepped on a mine, like your leg would actually blow off. But now it's not like that. They've toned down the violence.
There's a setting. You can still have that technically.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, it just doesn't happen all the time.
Gotcha. Yeah, so like stuff like that, it's like, so obviously like the violence is like a big thing for like parents who have like little kids or whatever, like 10-year-olds or something. And it's like, oh, you shouldn't be exposed to this. And the more realistic it looks, the more, you know, potentially anyways, the more like associated with, you know, having fun and killing people, kids, or, you know, anyone who's like susceptible to that type of thing would be. So it's like, that's kind of something like, obviously adults would be like, oh yeah, this just looks really cool. And like, you know, you could always just turn down the graphic settings too, if it's too much for you, I guess. But like, if it gets to like, you know, really gory, or like you see like someone's actual, like all their brain matter because they got headshot or something, like that's like, I I don't know. I personally don't have an issue with that. And I can obviously tell like, oh, okay, that's a video game. I'm not going to do that in real life, but like, that'd be something interesting. I do like what you said about Skyrim though. I hadn't thought about that, or like open world RPG games like that, like Witcher. That would be cool too, I think, even though I never played it.
Yeah, you need to play that.
Or even Fallout would be so good because that's like a more realistic setting. You know, it's basically our world, but like everything got nuked.
Right.
So like, and we have like actual, you know, like reference of that with, you know, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So it's like there's a lot of like, you know, things they could take from that and stuff, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
But definitely things, you know, like Borderlands or like Kingdom Hearts or whatever, they're more stylized games, so definitely not. But also like, you know, Unreal Engine 5 isn't just like realistic graphics. It's, you know, the shaders and like the textures you can do and how much, you know, stuff you can like have and, you know, all this like it's everything basically. It's not just, you know, how realistic something looks. So it's like you can still have like really good shaders in Kingdom Hearts. It's just, you know, it's still more of a stylized game graphically, like visually.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to ask you as well is if you could have a game, like you got to choose, right? You're like the president of all of video games, and you got to talk to your favorite video game developer, and you were like, hey, make this game in Unreal Engine 5, make it as realistic as possible. What game would you have them make? Whether it's like a sequel to a game or like a whatever.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Interesting. Yeah, that's the thing is like, it's so weird because it's like the games that I play now, I don't play for graphics, you know? So It's like, I'm trying to think because, you know, I do think The Witcher would be cool. I think, you know, Skyrim, Fallout, something like that. Man, that's tough because,
What about like Pokemon?
See, I don't know because it's like I was gonna say that before, but Pokemon would be weird if it was like, like, yeah, I don't know. It'd be weird because like it just doesn't look right when they're like realistic.
Like some of them in Detective Pikachu looked good. Like Pikachu looked great, I thought. Charizard was good. Bulbasaur was good. But some of them just looked strange to me.
Yeah, so. I mean, I think that a game like, I'm trying to see what games I have on my shelf. Like, I mean, honestly, like No Man's Sky would be pretty dope.
Ooh, that's a good answer. I didn't thought about that.
Good answer. You know, Family Feud. Good answer.
Yeah. It's like, name a type of vegetable. Bread. It's
bread.
Like, good answer.
Yeah, I think.
Well, bread's wheat, so, you know.
I do think No Man's Sky would be sick because that's obviously like space.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
But yeah, like honestly, I think Starfield 2 would be cool because I really like sci-fi stuff. There's so many games that I'm probably just not thinking of. Destiny might be cool.
What about Super Monkey Ball?
Oh my gosh. Monster Hunter would be dope.
Dude, okay. I was gonna say.
What about you?
My answer would be something more like that, like Monster Hunter or like Dark Souls or something, where it's like a high fantasy type thing, you know, where you have all these things that like they're not real, but they would look super realistic. I think that would be so cool. Just because like we could finally like have a clear idea of what these things would look like if they actually existed like in real life. You know, like with like dinosaurs in like Jurassic Park or whatever. Like the freaking like Jurassic Park 1, like the dinosaurs, especially like the T-Rex, literally it looks real. It looks like they went back in time and like just kidnapped a T-Rex or something. But that's also because they were using practical effects. And like that, I feel like that would be really cool to see. So like Monster Hunter or like Horizon Zero Dawn 3, it's actually nighttime. Freaking whatever the other one I said was, Dark Souls. Yeah, I think those would be really good just because like you would see this stuff as like it's hard to like get fully immersed into like something like that where it's like, yeah, I'm immersed, sure, I'm having fun, but like there's no real dragon. It's like there's not a Rathalos or a Diablos or whatever like in my backyard or something I can go like fight.
Never know.
So yeah, true. But But yeah, that'd be. Oh man, sky's a great answer though. Like space. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I think that would be
such a good
cool.
answer.
Sport. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, literally, I was thinking sport. That would be kind of cool too.
Yeah, I mean,
It would make some abominations though, with how realistic it would look.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. Another one that would be cool, I think I'm just now thinking, is like City Skylines or like Planet Coaster.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, like
But they'd have
like
to change their
simulator
graphic
games.
style as well. like
Yeah,
No, but-
Rollercoaster Tycoon.
Oh yeah, see
You
people
freaking,
throw
like-
up.
Yeah. or like you like they're like on their coaster and then you take the part away and it crashes.
Yeah, yeah, that
Oh man, that'd be brutal.
I think that games like that,
that's
I think
funny.
would be really really
Yeah,
really
simulator
good. That
games.
actually just gave me a great idea for doing another, like, is this game good in 2022 Rollercoaster Tycoon.
Yes,
that's
the
another
answer is
classic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another good one. I gotta put that on my notes.
Write that down. Write it down. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. Rollercoaster
man.
Tycoon.
That's freaking funny.
But yeah, so I mean, I know we said we were gonna talk about Avatar, but I was gonna, while we're kind of on this
It's more of
topic.
just mentioning it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. But while we're on this topic, though, essentially, we talked about Starfield, or I said Starfield, but it's interesting because Starfield got, delayed, which kind of curious what you thought about that. Like, I don't know. Are you gonna, like, I'm assuming you're gonna wait to see what it's like out and see if you're gonna play it, or you might not have any interest at all. Like, what do you think?
I have zero knowledge on Starfield.
Okay.
I know it's made by Bethesda, and it's like, I'm guessing in space, and that's all I
It's
know.
Skyrim in space, but I'm saying, like, essentially, would you play it if it's really good, like, after reviews and stuff? I'm assuming, like, would you possibly get it?
Potentially.
Okay.
Like, if people say it's fun and stuff. Because, like, so let's see. So, my first Bethesda game was Skyrim. Like, Sean, I would hang out at his house all the time. He'd play Oblivion. I was not interested. I think I tried, like, 3 different times at his house to get into Oblivion. Like, I made my own save file and stuff, and I like I would do like the first like 2 quests or whatever, and then there's like the first Oblivion portal, and I would go into it, get wrecked, and then I would stop playing.
Dude, you suck,
So
bro. Just turn the difficulty down.
But Skyrim, like in college, one of my friends down the hall was playing it, and his computer he had a laptop, and it was not very good at running Skyrim graphics, which is surprising because it's freaking Skyrim, but like it was very like sort of polygony, pixely, but it still looked like super fun. And then I got it on my much better laptop, and the graphics looked so freaking crazy, like so much better. So then I'm like, all right, cool. And then Fallout 3 came out, so I'm like, oh yeah, let's get that. So I got that, loved that. Fallout 4, loved that, never finished it.
Yeah, you did play a lot of Fallout 4.
I did. I also did a lot of building in that too, which I liked. Also in 76. So I'm kind of hoping like
We need to go back and play 76.
Elder Scrolls.
Because apparently it's a lot better.
Potentially.
Yeah.
You can make a video on that too, because that's technically an MMO.
I know. But you don't know much about Starfield.
I like I know nothing about Starfield other than like from what you said, it's Skyrim in space. That's all I know. Like, I'm pretty sure if you'd never ever said the word Starfield, I wouldn't even know it existed.
Well, to be fair, dude, like not a lot of people know a lot about Starfield, which is kind of the funny thing, because people were like, they were waiting because I think the Bethesda game showcase or Xbox showcase is like June 12th, so it's coming up pretty soon. And people are like, oh, we're probably gonna see some like, gameplay or all this other stuff, but now it got delayed till next year. And so I mean, like, for me, I can't say I'm surprised. Like, I don't know. I feel like some of these developers and these companies now are just like, they're so optimistic about their game, and they get like pressured into like releasing it so quick. And then like, it's just not realistic or something. And I think people are so scared that they're going to release a product now that's just trash, like Cyberpunk, that they're just like, they delay it. Because I mean, think about it. After Cyberpunk, Lost Ark got delayed. Then you had Elden Ring got delayed. Bunch of all these other games got delayed because like I feel like all these developers are like, yeah, we're not messing this up, which is good. I mean,
yeah, that's a good thing though. Yeah,
I don't really care though. I mean, Yeah. Honestly, it's funny. It kind of sucks though, because it was supposed to be released on 11/11, 11/11, 22 or whatever. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Skyrim was released on that day. Yeah. And that's usually Veterans Day, I think. No, Veterans Day is the 14th thing. But anyways, it's kind of sad because I don't think it's supposed to release in November of 2023. I think it's supposed to be like in the beginning, but I don't know. I mean, what do you think about it though? I mean, were you surprised though, or did you just?
I mean, I didn't really care either way because again, I haven't been following it or anything.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little surprised because Bethesda loves that freaking 11/11 date or like 10/10 date or whatever. Right. Like now what are they gonna do? Like 1/1/22? Or maybe they'll do like, maybe they'll do March 3rd, 2023. So you got like a lot of threes in there. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do remember Skyrim was like 1/1/1/1/1 or something like that. It was like November 11th, 2011 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm indifferent to it. For the most part, so
it's funny.
It's good.
I saw a comment. I saw like a comment that was like, they have all the Xbox and PS fanboys like that get at each other or whatever, and like the PlayStation. This PlayStation dude was like, man, Xbox is going off this year. Like no third-party titles, delayed Starfield, like like those memes where it's like, dude, Xbox go off, bro. Like, and it's just like, and it was like because Xbox was like supposed to have like, I guess, a lot of different games because Redfall also got delayed by Bethesda, which is another game, which was apparently what people thought the Skyrim teaser was, or not Skyrim, the next Elder Scrolls teaser, but it was actually Redfall. I know a lot of people are like, man, Xbox is like, it's gonna really hit Xbox a lot or Microsoft because apparently they lost some Game Pass subscriptions. And there's no big games coming out for Xbox this year now. Like those were the two, I think, big games. And, PlayStation has had Horizon. What?
I said PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, PlayStation's had Horizon. They're going to have Forspoken. They're going to have God of War. And there's like a few other ones I'm missing, I think.
Is Elden Ring PS and PC exclusive?
Yeah, and Xbox. No, it's not exclusive.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure because for some reason, it felt like those games were exclusive. I don't know why.
No. But
I feel like Sony just bought.
They were going to buy another thing, I think, or another company.
I know they bought Bungie.
Right. We talked about it on the podcast.
List of acquisitions.
I know Returnal, once this new PlayStation subscription comes out, Returnal is going to be free on that. And I'm excited about that, actually. And a few other games are going to be pretty big.
I'm not that interested in Returnal.
You don't really play roguelike, so.
I mean, I guess that's true. But even just like, I don't know, it seems kind of meh to me. But I mean, I also haven't seen it. So I tried watching a speed run of it the other day. And I got like 2 minutes in. I turned it off.
Yeah, so here's all the exclusives for PS5, PlayStation only launches. There's Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, which I did buy, I think, because I am playing through that. Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West, Babylon's Fall, Gran Turismo 7, Forspoken, which I still have no idea what Forspoken's about. Stray, which I don't care about. God of War Ragnarok, Tishia, PSVR 2 ? So. Yeah.
Apparently, so they did buy Bungie. It's pending. And apparently Bungie's value, I don't know how accurate this is because it's Wikipedia, but $3.6 billion.
Yeah, that was like a while ago, man.
In January, I know. That's crazy though. That blows my mind. That's insane.
It's all those Eververse transactions. I'm just kidding.
I guess so. Hold on, they have Square Enix here too. Oh yeah, they were like looking to buy Square Enix.
They're gonna buy another company in this year. I know it, dude. It's gonna happen.
I'm honestly amazed they haven't bought Square Enix yet.
It's gonna happen.
Boom. Square Enix, apparently the value is only $115 million.
That doesn't make any sense.
That seems really low.
Yeah, that does not make any sense.
I don't know. I mean, well, oh wait, no, never mind. This is stakes. in a company.
Okay,
so
yeah.
they have 18.6% stake in Square Enix, which is 115 million. Okay. So that's a lot. So if that's roughly 20%, then what is calculator? 115 times 5. So it'd be like 5 billion or something like that. I don't freaking know.
Okay.
Math is hard. I don't know. Square Enix is awesome. Anyways.
Well, we're at the end.
Yes, we are.
So let us know down in the comments, y'all, what you think about the Unreal 5 engine video. If you had seen it, what you think, what game you would like to see that in. Because,
do you want to see us in Unreal Engine 5?
Exactly. Do you want to see
So
us
we
in
look
Unreal
realistic.
Engine 5?
Dude, imagine how good Franklin would look in
All
Unreal
right.
Engine 5.
He'd literally be the duck boss. Exactly. That's why I said Franklin. Joe doesn't treat you well. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I do. No, he treats me well.
Oh my gosh. No, but that's that'll be cool though. So yeah, let us know, y'all, down in the comments what you think, and you can follow our social links and everything as well: YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. But yeah, we will see you guys on episode 71 next week. We'll talk about whatever's going on. So
Yeah.
all right, we'll see you guys later. Peace, everyone.
Later.
Peace.